Hello everybody, here we are again. Today we're going to be painting a stormy sky. We're going to do it in the style of Turner. I've got a painting up on the wall, a couple of paintings on the wall that we've done in the style of Turner quite a long time ago. I don't know whether you can see them there on the wall. Both seascapes. So this is what we're going to be doing today. I've put that one above there so I can refresh myself, my memory of how to do it. Right, so let's get started. Right, I've got all my paints, all the colours that I need, the blue, all my primary colours. Okay, so right, let's get started. Right, so I've put a little bit of blue at the top there. I've already done the canvas. I've just put a quick coat of blue on it, and I've used I'm going to use some hair conditioner today as for the blending process. You can use a gesso, a white acrylic gesso, if you want to, but I just put a coat of whatever colour on and use air conditioner. It's just the same, you know. It's not much difference really, to be honest. Right, let's go a bit nearer and then you can see what I'm going to be doing. Okey-doke. Right, so I've done a little bit of blue at the top there, so that's where I'll just and then we're going to go into, I've left it to dry as well because with it being blue, and I'm going to be putting some a yellow, like a yellow ochre colour. To make yellow ochre, it's just yellow with a little bit of brown in it. That's your yellow ochre. If you're doing a skin tone, you use that with a little bit of red, which we might do at a different date. But for the time being, let's get started on what we're doing. Alright, so all we're here going to do some yellow. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm just kind of dabbing it, right. I'm not going like this with it, I'm just like a dab. Okay, so into the yellow ochre, a little bit of brown. It's just kind of leave a little bit of that there, the actual yellow. You do use brown in the sky as well. In a stormy sky, you can use different colours. Okay, you don't have to use. People think, oh, you don't use brown in the sky, but you do use brown. It's all different colours. It's a bit like a reflection, really. So put that there. Okay. Let's go into the brown again. I'm just mixing it on the palette, look, I see. Okay. A bit more yellow ochre in that. Lighten it up a little bit. Because what we're doing, we're going darker. We're going at all different degrees of colours, okay. So we're going light to dark, okay, where the stormy sky's coming. Okay. Put a little bit of yellow ochre in that, I think. Yellow colour. I'm just to come through it here. The colour's quite strong. I don't want a weaky colour because with it being a stormy sky, it's you want strong colours. You don't want weak colours. So don't be afraid. If you go too strong with your colours, you can always either just wipe it out or just go put some white in. Remember, your white is your blending colour. Always remember, white is your blending colour. This is why when we first started, I was saying that you will use a lot of white Okay, so we're going to come down here now. Use brown. Use quite a lot of brown now. Just go in the corner there so you can see the different colour browns I've got. Oh, my palette is a bit all over the place. I'm a bit messy when I'm painting, to be honest, but I try not to worry about that. I'm just trying to create what I want to, what I'm doing at the time. So I'm doing all different degrees now. Okay. If you was to be doing this, because this is going to, I'm going to use this painting for a seascape as well. And try to leave a little bit of blue. I don't know whether you can see that. I'll fetch you a little bit closer. I'm trying to leave a little bit of blue in it as well. So so you can see the sky. Okay, you see that? I'm leaving little bits of blue here, there and everywhere. Because these are, the storm is coming from this way, which we will be doing in a minute. Actually, I think that could be a little bit more over here, I think. It's yellow. Lighten it up there, the edge. Just using the corner of my brush again. I'm using my favourite brush again. Just using the corner of it. Just to create. Okay, and to go into this nice brown colour now. See the different layers I'm putting on. It's all to make your painting interesting. See, I'm still trying to leave them little bits of blue here, there and everywhere. I think I need to do a little bit of, I need a grey. I'll put a little bit of brown into it. Some white into it. It's going to be really dark over here because the storm's coming this way. Okay, so let me brush a little bit, it's a bit dry. Put some of that hair conditioner on. See the difference when you do that, it's spreading more. It's lighter over this side. See how it's creating them like cloud effects? That's what we want. But I want to leave a little bit of the blue again at the bottom. Where you see where it's dabbed, that you can create that as another cloud. Okay, well, that's what you're trying to do. That's the effect that you want. You want the effect that there's lots of different clouds, because when you've got a stormy sky, there's all different degrees of colour and variations of different greys and browns, and even the yellows can still play its part there. Well, I'm going to come right down here now. Just let me brush again a little bit. cloud that's coming here now. Kind of twisting the brush as I'm coming down. See all the different degrees that's going on there now. This is what we want. Damp my brush again a little bit. Put in some water, damp it again. Go into this dark colour. Sprays. Every time you change your colour, you're creating a different layer of cloud. And as we come in more this way, it's going darker and darker because the storm's coming this way. It's coming in. I want it really, really dark over this side now. And to try and leave a little bit of blue showing through, if we can. Just we're going to create a few clouds where you're kind of separating from one cloud to another. The bottom here is quite light. I'm doing really strong colours so you can pick it up. The turn is a bit subtler. It's subtler. That's the word. See how the white's creating like the different layers. I'll just like highlight it again. Just a little bit perhaps of yellow ochre and the yellow colour. Just a hint. Just makes it that little bit more interesting. Just go off your eye what you think. And just enjoy it. Once you've learned the technique, you can you know, use your own imagination of how you'd like to see your sky. So, a few dabs here and there. And we're going to get the brush. Preferably a soft brush, damp it a little bit. I'm going to sweep across it because the storm's coming in this way. Okay, damp your soft brush, just kind of sweep it. Gives the illusion the wind's blowing, because when you get a storm you usually get wind with it. creating that like nice haze. Okay, just do a bit more. Every time you do a little bit like this, just sweep it again with your brush, because if you was doing oils, you wouldn't be doing that, because you could do that at the end of the process. But because you're doing with acrylic dries out. Because you're using their hair conditioner, or if you use egg, then it does stop the drying process from happening, but it still does dry out fairly quickly. So you've just got to be mindful of that if you're doing any kind of blending. I'm just going to sweep that across again. But I'm only going lightly now. I'm hardly touching the canvas. Oh, this is the canvas, by the way, of what I'm doing. So just here, there and everywhere, just sweep it across. I'm just going over with the corner of the brush, just different places where I'd like to show where the clouds are. Okay, and right at the very end here, should change my brush really, but I think we'll have a few like crispy clouds here in this. It's too bare for me. Just put a few little bits in. Again, it's just to make your painting a bit more interesting. Just a bit of white. And all it is, all you're doing is you're dabbing. You're not sweeping. Okay, you're just dabbing. Or you're touching it lightly like that, just to create different layers. And where it's like at the end there, just touch it so you're still keeping the end bit, still keeping where it's where you want to highlight where your clouds is possibly going to come. Again, I want to just keep that little bit of white there, a little bit of blue, sorry, I meant blue. Again at the bottom. Sweep it across again. and it does kind of help it to blend better. We'll just do a little bit at the bottom here. There's your Stormy Sky. Stand back and see what we think. When you're painting, you've got to stand back and see what you think of your Stormy Sky. Just going to pop. Just put a little bit of white up here. I just stood back and I thought it's not enough white in there. Okay, we'll call that finished. Right, we'll take that off. And that's your Stormy Sky, so let's stand back and have a better look. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that. This worked out quite well. It's a bit fast. I've got to be quite aware of the time when I'm doing the paintings now, because the memory on my phone keeps going off. Yeah, but there's the Stormy Sky. I did another one earlier. As you can, there you go. There's another one that I've done with the black at the bottom, which is quite nice as well. Alright, so when you've got your black at the bottom, it will highlight it a lot better. What we'll do next week, we're going to be doing the seascape at the bottom, so it'll fetch it all really up, and you'll see what the Stormy Sky really looks like. Okay, well, we've enjoyed that, and I'll see you next week. Stay safe. Bye.